Harry Montoya.
As a child, my parents taught me that one of the things that was important in terms of measuring success was not what one can do for oneself, but what you can do for others. As I announced my candidacy for the 3rd Congressional District seat of New Mexico. Thank you. I want to say for the record that there's no other candidate in this race that is as experienced as I am and is qualified to serve as your congressman. I have the most experience in terms of local, state, tribal, national, and international issues, and I am prepared to hit the ground running as your next congressman. When I get to Washington, I'm probably going to need a roadmap to get around, but I'll tell you that I won't need a roadmap to start working on the issues on behalf of all of you here in northern New Mexico. We will have the good fortune of working and continuing the work of our outstanding Congressman Tom Udall, soon to be our next U.S. Senator. You know, and people ask me, in fact, my cousin Tim asked me the other night when I was making phone calls, why do you run for Congress? Serving as a congressman is about public service, not about self-service. And for the last 14 years of my life, I have dedicated myself to public service. Through my dedication and commitment, I've been able to show that the people of New Mexico have someone who cares about some leadership and providing that leadership to the people in the great state of New Mexico. I have fought for issues that are important to us, and I will continue to do so as your congressman. And I believe that Congress has lost touch with everyday people, and I want to change that. You know, I also want to protect the traditions of New Mexico, the traditions Dennis Chavez brought us, Bill Richardson and Tom Udall. And when I talk about New Mexico traditions, New Mexico values, I'm talking about preserving the land, protecting the environment, preserving our water, protecting our diverse cultures and promoting our diverse cultures. It was in this community where the values of hard work, public service, and respect and care for our precious and natural resources were instilled in me at a very young age. Northern New Mexico has always been a source of pride and inspiration for me. The values I learned here have motivated me to run and hold elective office, first in the Pojoaque Valley School Board, and then now as a Santa Fe County Commissioner. It is those values that have led me to dedicate my career to helping youth reconnect with their community. I have founded and continue to work for Hands Across Cultures. It's a nonprofit agency that serves the underprivileged youth and youth in general here in northern New Mexico. And we have been recognized at Hands Across Cultures back in 1998 in the Clinton White House as an exemplary program for the work that we do in substance abuse prevention here in our community. I have a shared desire with all of our neighbors here to see this congressional district blossom and realize its full potential while maintaining the uniqueness and vitality that makes northern New Mexico such a wonderful place to live. It is here where Doris and I raised our 2 boys and where our grandchildren continue to come and visit us and learn the very same values that I learned as a young man. This place where our ancestors settled hundreds of years ago, home. And as your congressman, I promise that I will honor and protect those ideals. Take our values, our New Mexico values, to Washington, D.C., and leave Washington, D.C. values there in Washington. I believe it's time to send a message to Washington that the time has come for the membership of Congress to return to a people's Congress, made up of everyday people, ordinary people like you and I. I want to be a congressman of the people, for the people of northern New Mexico, and with your support and your vote, you will send me there, and together we can work to make a difference. I'm here today to respectfully ask for your support of my candidacy for this immensely important office. I say respectfully because this office is a position which represents you, the people, and I would be honored and privileged to serve you, the people. I've spent the last few weeks traveling all around the district, meeting and listening to people, learning from them what the issues are that are important to them, and they've shared with me how the decisions in Washington impact their communities. Over the course of this campaign, I will continue to meet and listen to the people of this district, and I will also share with them my vision of what America, New Mexico should look like as well. I want to bring everyone in this district together and to focus on the priorities that affect us all. And what are those priorities? You know, I'm going to start with the first one, and I believe it's a very critical one. We need to end the war in Iraq, and we need to bring our troops home immediately. And when our veterans do return home, they need to be treated with honor and respect. We need to protect the environment, our natural resources, and our water. Our economy, we need to work for a balanced budget. We need to have job creation here in northern New Mexico. We need to have jobs that are going to be sustained. So we need to work in a way where we take care of people here first and foremost. Universal health care, I believe we need to have health care for everyone. Every American should have accessible to the best health care that is possible for us to make available to them. And I pledge to be a champion for young people by promoting education. As your congressman, I will not be satisfied with a cookie-cutter, one-size-fits-all solution to what is a very complex and fluid issue, and that's education. So we need to let local boards do what they need in order to ensure success at the local school board level. So for our future, let's forget the political, cultural, and regional differences that may divide us. Let us continue to come forth with a sense of unity as a country and as a state. And we do this through mutual respect, diversity without division, and we also do it with unity as opposed to uniformity. So the potential is here for us to realize, to make real our shared moments as the premier country and state. And I promise, and actually my dad told me never make a promise because then they're going to hold you to it. This is only the second one that I've made. But I promise that I will work hard to serve in my fullest capacity with all my heart, to work and fulfill that potential for you. Thank you for being here with me.